I'm sure you've all heard the news. An employee of a very large company, it's a global company, they've got offices in India. That employee has died because of work exhaustion, and nobody turned up to her funeral from her work. It's quite a sad picture, isn't it, of life. What are we doing with our lives? These people who drove her to exhaustion, they're not horrible people, are they? They went through recruitment selection processes, so many tests before the company was convinced that they were the right people for the firm. So these managers, whoever was giving her work, they're not horrible bad people. But what's happening to us? Are we being so blinded by this rat race that we don't care what's happening to people? And even after she passed away, what's happened to our emotions? I feel ever since lockdown, we've become quite, I don't know how to say this, but we've become quite blunt and selfish and self-centered. How could people not turn up to her funeral? They must have worked with her. But overall, what's happening to us? Are we losing our human touch? Are we just here for money on this planet? Are we living as if we're going to be here forever, as if death is only for other people and not for us? Look at this castle behind me. This is Windsor Castle. Somebody built this centuries ago, right? You can see how beautiful it is. They couldn't take it with them when they went. It's being passed down to the families. But all this wealth, this money that we're working towards, we're not going to take it with us. We won't take anything with us, not even the relationships. So, where are we driving ourselves and other people? If you're a manager and you're in charge of people, it's your responsibility to wake up and be good at people skills. Be good at knowing when you're driving people to exhaustion. It's not good enough to say, work pressure was on and you were trying to basically climb your own corporate ladder. We need to think about other people too. Now, what about all the other people? So this person's dead, she's ended up in the news, everybody's talking about her. There are other people who are dying, they just don't hit the news. And what about people who are not dying, but they're falling sick because of work? What about people whose families are falling apart because they're exhausted at work? What about people's health? There are thousands of people who are being damaged by other human beings. We're not like this, are we? We're supposed to be good people, no? Educated, degrees, we live in these developed countries, civilized, we go to lots of courses, attend lots of training sessions, we speak magnanimously when we speak in public, when we speak in social media. We're wonderful in interviews when somebody asks us, how are we with people? We've got great examples to share. Then what's happening to us? When did we become this? I'm going to use the word sick in some ways. And, I'm not just saying this other people, but I'm probably included in that too. We're all in this rat race. But when did we get here that we forgot to care about other human beings? And it's just about us and us climbing the corporate ladder or making more money and creating more wealth. Fully knowing we're not taking any of this with us. And we don't even know when our time's up. So who knows if we're even living a full life? Who knows I'm going to live to the age of 80, 90? And if I'm a manager, I'm driving other people crazy. I really don't have any words, except I know people who were driving other people crazy and I had to step in. But if you see this video, please, if you see somebody being driven to exhaustion and it's not healthy, sometimes they can't stand up for themselves. You need to stand up for them. We're all going to meet one day up there. We'll all have to answer. Whoever it is, you can call it God or whatever, energy, power. All of this surely must have accountability somewhere. That's what I'm going to say. Stand up. When you see something wrong, stand up. Sometimes people can't stand up for themselves. We need to stand up for them.